Okay, so xt graph and average velocity. Let's say that there is some any kind of shape of xt graph, right? Whatever, no problem. Say like this. Okay, suppose some xt graph or some object which is moving on a straight line like this, and we want to find out what is the average velocity between this time, let's call it ti time, and this time, let's call it tf time. Did you understand? Suppose you want to find out average velocity between this and this. So what's the formula of average velocity? Again, it is delta x upon delta t. Basically displacement divided by the time. Easy?
Yes.
Okay. But delta x means x2 minus x1, and delta t means t2 minus t1. If you are, even and t. So suppose when the time was t1, the position was x1. I hope this is it's clear to you how we read the graph.
Yes.
Right? So when the time was t1, the position was x1. Similarly, when the time was t2, the position would be x2. Clear?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay, start drawing it. Don't wait till the end. Like I said, you should always do it while I am drinking also. Okay? કોણ સ્કેલ કાઢે છે? આ સ્કેલ વગર ડ્રો કર્યું ખરાબ લાગે જ નહીં, બરાબર લાગે જ નહીં. આઈ એમ શ્યોર એવરીવન હેઝ બેટર ડ્રોઈંગ સ્કિલ્સ ધેન મી. મારું ડ્રોઈંગ એટલું બધું ખરાબ છે કે પૂછો નહીં. So we have marked the positions and the time t1, t2 like that. Okay. Now we want to find this, right, from this graph. So by looking at the graph, we have to decide how much it is. Here's one thing that we do. If I take this point, let's call it A, I take this point, let's call it B. Okay. And if I join the points A and B by drawing a straight line, did you understand what I have drawn? I have joined 2 points A and B on this graph by drawing a straight line. Clear?
Yes.
Okay? So try to recall from your basic knowledge about curves or anything. If you take 1 point here, 1 point here, anywhere, and you join them, what's this chord? A chord. Is that okay or not okay? Remember chord, right? So this AB is actually a chord. AB is actually a chord of this graph. Clear? Further, if I will make a right angle triangle, do you see right angle triangle?
Yes.
Let's call this point C. Right? First of all, can you tell me how much is this distance AC on the graph? A gap can roll. T2 minus T1. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, but we also call T2 minus T1 delta T, correct or not?
Yes.
Okay, similarly, can you tell me what is this?
X2
X2 minus X1. Clear or not clear?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
One is clear. Delta X, it is nothing but X2 minus X1. Now suppose I will mark one angle here. With what? With the horizontal line. Do you see this is the horizontal line? Okay, and this is the chord. AB is the chord. And between the chord and the horizontal line, on the right hand side, I am making an angle theta. Between the chord and the horizontal line, I made an angle theta. Okay? Time to test your trigonometry knowledge. Look at this equation, delta x upon delta t. So this is delta x, this is delta t, and I want to write it in form of theta using some trigonometry. Sin, cos, tan, sec, cosec, etc. etc. So what should I put here? Raise your hand. Let's see who can do it. No punishment for wrong. Okay, don't worry about it. Give it a try. Look at this triangle, and we want delta x divided by delta t. What should I use? What trigonometric ratio should I use? There are 6 trigonometric ratios. Yes or no? Itu ખબર ને? sin, cos, tan, sec, cosec, cot. બરાબર ને? એ trigonometry નથી ગમતું? નથી ગમતું ને? Okay. Well, yes, Priya. Louder.
Tan theta.
Tan theta. Are you sure? Tan theta's definition is?
Opposite side upon adjacent.
Very good. Sit down. Tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. So what's the opposite of theta? BC. What's the adjacent of theta? AC. So BC delta x. AC delta d. So delta x over delta d is nothing but tan theta. Clear or not clear?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So what this means is that we can draw a chord. We can find tan theta, and then based on that we can just say that's the average velocity. Suppose, for example, this angle would be 30 degree. Then that would automatically mean average velocity would be 1 by root 3. Did you understand?
Yes.
I gave you an example. That if suppose this angle was 30 degree, then average velocity would be 1 by root 3 in proper unit, meter per second or whatever. Clear? Now, this thing tan theta has a very special or very important, useful name in maths. Okay. Write this sentence. Slope of a line is tan theta. Slope of a line is tan theta. This sentence is not just for this topic. Let me be clear. This sentence is not just for this topic. It is true for all kinds of graphs. Whenever we will be drawing a graph, okay, and there is a line, then slope of the line is always tan theta, right? Slope तो समझ पड़ेगी नहीं? Yes or no? Okay, and you know that always we try to define quantities so that we can measure them. So it's not like we say more slope, less slope. We also find out how much slope, value. You get what I'm saying? Right? I'll give you a little bit of explanation about this line further. The slope of line is tan theta. What is theta here? When theta is angle between line and positive x-axis. Which side is called positive x? Horizontal is x or vertical is x?
Vertical.
Vertical is x.
Vertical.
कोई पण ग्राफ ड्रॉ करो तो x एक्सिस क्या ड्रॉ करो? हॉरिजॉन्टल ड्रॉ करो ને. Who was saying vertical? Who was saying vertical? Make sure next time you be careful. Okay, whosoever it was. Okay. કોણ હતું એનાથી ફરક નથી પડતો. Next time you do it right, that's important. Clear? X axis is always horizontal. Not really always, but that's how you have been drawing so far. Clear? આમ horizontal કહેવાય, આમ vertical કહેવાય. બરાબર ને? મને ખબર છે અમુક લોકોને એમાંય કન્ફ્યુઝન કે આ horizontal ને આ vertical તો ઊંધું. Right? So x axis is the horizontal. So if you don't want to write this, just write horizontal axis. Positive horizontal axis. So do you see positive horizontal axis generally on the right side? Correct or not?
Yes.
એટલે આ right side. આ બાજુ નહીં ના. So let's just see a few lines and their slopes. Suppose I draw a line like this. Let's call it line number 1. How much slope does it have? Say it then. It's horizontal. If you walk on a horizontal surface, would you say I'm walking on a slope?
No.
Okay. So this has 0 slope. Right? Slope is 0. Why is it 0? Because the angle that it makes is 0 degree. So tan 0 degree is 0. That's why we say it has 0 slope. Did you understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
Let's take another. Suppose there is another line which is making 30 degree, for example. Then its slope will be tan 30 degree, which is 1 by root 3. Okay, so 1 by root 3, if I rationalize it, is root 3 by 3. Yes or no?
Yes.
That would be 1. Do you remember root 3's value, everyone? 1.73 or 1.71 actually. Close to that. So it's about 0.5 5 and 7, close to 0.57. Now let's take a third line, which is at 60 degree. Let me just draw it here itself. Obviously 60 degree means very steep, correct or not? कोई हम के climb up a slope 60 degree, तो तुम्हें हम थोड़ी दस. You get what I'm saying? So 60 degree is very steep. Tan 60 degree, how much? Root 3. So that is 1.7 or 1.7. Okay, approximately that. So you see, this has zero slope, this has a little bit of slope, 0.57 slope, and this one has 1.71 slope. So it's the maximum slope. This line has maximum slope. Is that clear?
Yes.
Right? Obviously, because the angle is more, the slope will be more. Did you get that? Yeah. Right? Everything's clear over here? So that is how it is defined like that. Okay, slope of a line is tan theta. What is theta? The theta is the angle that it makes with the horizontal axis on the positive side. આ બાજુ નહીં measure કરવાનો. For example, you might say, sir, this angle is 150. એ કીધું measure કરો. શું લખ્યું છે? Measure the angle between line and the positive x-axis, that is on the right hand. Got that? Everyone?
Yes.
That is what the slope is. Clear? So this you can also write as slope of chord. Okay, tan theta to આવ્યું. Okay, tan theta, but tan theta is also the slope of this line, but this line is a chord. Did you get that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I'm erasing everything on the board. આ બધું લખ્યું ને કઈ તો સમજવું પડશે ને એ ગોખી નાખશો ગોખી નહીં નાખો ને તો નહીં આવડે પછી એક વીક પછી ભૂલી ગયા છો ઓકે now let's go over to the next thing, probably the most important topic in the whole world of physics, right? The most important topic is not just in this chapter or in 11 or anything, in the whole world. Instantaneous velocity. But often people just call it velocity. Instantaneous is such a big word that we don't like to speak or write. Did you understand? So normally we say only velocity. So whenever someone says velocity, they are not talking about average velocity. They are talking about instantaneous velocity. Did you understand?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Sure. Whenever someone says average velocity, they are talking about
Average
they are talking about
velocity.
average. Clear? Okay. So what is velocity or what is instantaneous velocity and how is it different from average velocity? Right? So to make you understand what's the difference between these things, I'm going to ask you two questions and then we'll try to figure out their answers. So first one, how fast the vehicle, suppose there is some vehicle, okay, which is moving at, suppose exactly at 4:30 p.m. Suppose there is some vehicle which is moving from one point to the other point. Some vehicle that is moving from one point to the other point. Alright? Okay or not okay?
Yes.
Let's say it started somewhere from 4 p.m. Okay, at 4 p.m. and then it's going to move up to 5 p.m. And the other question is, how fast does the vehicle move between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. or from this to that? Look at the second question first. How fast does the vehicle move between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m.? Let's say that in that 1 hour, right, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. is 1 hour, correct or not?
Yes.
The vehicle went from here, which was, for example, let's say this is a long straight road, okay? So this was 25 kilometer position. And then after 1 hour it was here, which was let's say 75 kilometers. So how much will be the displacement of this vehicle in 1 hour?
50 kilometers.
50 kilometers. Got it or not?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay, time interval is 1 hour, correct?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So this means the vehicle has moved at a rate of 50 kilometers per hour. So you can say that on an average between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. the vehicle has moved at 50 kilometers per hour. That is in 1 hour it got 50 kilometers. Yes or no?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So let's say this is like a long straight road, like a highway or something. Okay. Your friend is in this way at 4 p.m. You call it. Hi there, where are you? Okay, it says at this point. Fine. After 1 hour you call it. Hi there, where are you? Okay, at this point. So it says, right, we have traveled 50 kilometers. And then you say, okay, in 1 hour you have traveled or you have moved 50 kilometers displacement, so that's why the average velocity is 50 kilometers per hour. Okay. But let's say you're calling from your home, right? And you have a curious little sibling, either brother or sister. He or she is listening to all this and asks you, alright, moved 50 kilometers in 1 hour, right? But what was the, or how fast was the vehicle moving exactly at 4:30? You understand what I'm asking?
Yes.
Between 4 and 5, you moved 50 kilometers, very good. But how quickly was the vehicle moving, or what was the vehicle doing exactly at 4:30? Can you give answer based on this and this? Is it possible to decide? No, not possible to decide. Why not? What's the problem? खबर न पड़ी जाए? 50 kilometers per hour speed है, velocity है. No. Why? What may have happened? समझ पड़े ना what question I'm asking? Yes or no?
Yes.
It's like exactly, for example, at 10:30 you start from Surendra, and exactly at 1:30 you are at Ahmedabad. So it's like in 3 hours you have traveled 120 kilometers. Okay? You just give this much information. Based on that, can anyone decide what was your vehicle doing exactly at 12 o'clock? Why not? What are the possibilities? If you are saying no, what are the possibilities? It's possible that what? Exactly. This is what I want you to understand. You are right. It told you learning physics is not within the textbook. It's about asking questions when you see things outside. It's possible that the vehicle was at rest, means it was not moving. Yes or no?
Yes.
It is also possible that the vehicle is actually moving very fast, okay, because there is nothing else on the road, okay, so driver is driving like crazy, right? Or it is also possible that there are biological roadblocks on the highway. Biological roadblocks through it. Of course. Did you get that?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So to that. So speed, will it be 50 kilometers per hour? That fast? It would be less. Yes or no?
Yes.
You get what I am saying?
Yes.
So just by saying the initial and final, can you decide what happens anywhere between the two?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
So that's the difference between average velocity. This question is addressing average velocity. Do you realize that?
Yes.
That over a week time interval, like for example 1 hour on an average, how fast was the vehicle move? How much could it move in 1 hour on an average? Then the variations that occur within that, they are not important. Correct or not? You go slow, you go fast, you go slow, you stop, etc. etc. Understood?
Yes. Yes.
But what's this one asking you? Exactly at 4:30. So if you want to answer that, do you realize this is not average velocity? Because average velocity needs a time interval, delta t. What's the time interval here? At like this, at. You get what I'm saying? At means there is no initial time and there is no final. But if there is no initial time and no final time, there is also no initial position and no final position. That means we are talking about a case where time has not moved. There is a fixed particular value of time. And at a particular value of time, object can't move. થોડું મગજ જોરદાર યુઝ કરવું પડશે. Think about it. Some object can only move if time passes. What do I? If I am standing here, you mark it on the clock, whatever is the time. Then, can I go from this end to that end of the stage without passage of time? Time pass no that. Flow no that. Time change no that. Can I go from here to there?
No.
Sure?
Yes.
Otherwise, what would happen? At the same time, I would be here and I'd also be there. I hope you got it.
Yes.
So, if I want to go from here to there, definitely it is only possible when time will flow. Time says to change thought. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
I might go very fast, but still it will take a little bit of time. You get what I am saying?
Yes.
It might be 1 nanosecond. It might be 1 femtosecond. But it will be there if I run very fast, right? For example, I run with the speed of light. Okay, then it might take 1 femtosecond, but it will definitely take some time. So here we are talking about a case exactly at. Exactly at means you are not allowing any kind of time interval. Make sense? Sure?
Yes.
You see the difference between these two questions? In this question there is a time interval. And if there is a time interval, we call it average. But here we are not asking from this to this or between this and this. What are we asking? Then don't you think the question itself is strange? Yes or no? Because at a particular time, some object cannot be moving. Object can only move between this time and that time. Initial and philosophy समझ पड़ी ने? About question, right? These are very troubling questions. Right? So troubling that for about 1500 years, people thought that motion is an illusion. Illusion that is, motion જેવું કઈ હોતું નથી. It's just like they thought one photo here, next photo here, next photo here, like that objects appear to move. They thought that if actually you slow down time or freeze time, then you will see that objects are not moving. But Newton said no, it's not like that. Okay, so the answer to this question was first of all thought by none other than Newton. And I promise you that you are going to hear that name much more now. Okay. Khali laws of motion ne. Laws of motion, you know, Newton's laws of motion, are they correct or not?
Yes.
They are probably one of his most simple achievements. Right? Newton has done things which are much more complicated than those three. Right? Okay. So this is one of those amazing things that Newton could solve. If you say that exactly at this time object can't be moving, then how do we get rid of this problem? So, you know, basically the question would transform to something like this. Is the car moving exactly at 4:30? No, because exactly at 4:30 it cannot be at two places, correct or not?
Yes.
Just like this, I can change this time to anything. Is the car moving exactly at 4? No. At 4:01? No. At 4:02? No. अच्छा ऊपर तक आता 5 સુધી પહોંચો. Did the car move at any point of time between 4 and 5? બધી વખતે? No. Then how did the car go from one place to another? Don't worry why I said people thought that motion is an illusion. If the car is not moving at any point of time, no, not at 4, not at 4:01, not at 4:02, not at 4:03, then how did the car go from one point to another point if it didn't move? Is the chair moving right now? No, not in our frame of reference. Correct or not? So like this it will always remain like that. That means the chair just remains here. But the car, we know it goes from here to there. So how to get rid of all this, right? This strange thing, this confusion. Let's answer that. So first of all, we will try to understand this by making the time interval shorter and shorter. So let's start it by this. So first of all, you try to calculate things by taking T1 values and T2 values as follows. So 4, 5. So how much is the time interval between 4 and 5? 1. Very big test. So you never know what might have happened in between the two, yes or no?
Yes.
Right? The driver might have had to stop, there might be some problem with the car, there might be, like I said, animals on the road, okay, there might be people on the road who are driving like animals, okay, there could be anything. Is that clear? So let's make it shorter. If you want to know exactly at 4:30, if you want to know what happens exactly at 4:30, then instead of talking all the way from 4 to 5, let's probably talk about 4:25 p.m. to 4:35 p.m. This will give you a slightly better idea, yes or no?
Yes.
That is, if you see what's going on the road, somewhere between 4:25 to 4:35, then you get a better idea, isn't it? Yes or no? You know about it?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Instead of having to decide from 1 hour what happens at this point, instead of that, it's better to decide by looking at a shorter time. But this is still not enough. It's like you call your friend at 4:25 and might say, "Arey, oh guy, bhais aa gaye the kai chalto જ નથી traffic." Okay, મૂકી દો. You call after 10 minutes. Guy bhais gaye, ના અત્યારે હજી guy bhais છે. Okay. So what would you conclude? The vehicle might not have moved a lot between those. But is it not possible that the moment you drop the phone, somehow magically all the cows started running away from the road and the car started moving? And then once again, just as you are about to call again, from somewhere the cows appeared again on the road and now the vehicle has also stopped. So here also it was not moving fast, here also it was not moving fast. Based on that, you might conclude that it's not moving very fast. Wow, luck says it. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But it's possible that between the two, once the cows went away, the driver drives crazily. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So again, even though this is a shorter time interval, not 1 hour, only 10 minutes, but still, it cannot give you a very good idea. You understand what I am saying? Something might have happened between the two. Or let's take another example. At 4:25 the car was moved. Right? Okay, just after you put the phone down for inquiry, right? You ask your friend what's going on. Just after you put the phone down, there is a problem. There is a puncture in the tire. Then the driver will have to change it. Okay, takes about 10 minutes or so, experienced drivers, right? So after 10 minutes, the car will be moving. So if you ask that 4:25, car was moving. If you ask that 4:35, car was moving. But between the two, it was not moving. So although this is a shorter time interval than this, but it still cannot give you exact information, yes or no?
Yes.
So how can we make it better? 10 મિનિટનો ગેપ નહીં રાખવાનો ને, નાનો ગેપ રાખવાનો તો ખબર પડે કે નહીં. So instead of 4:25 and all that, now you take a gap of only 2 minutes. Is this a good gap, good time interval? Is this a good time interval? 2 મિનિટમાં તો ખબર પડી જશે ને, અહીંયા જે થતું હોય એવું જ અહીંયા થતું હોય. Is that necessary? No. What is possible is that in these 2 minutes, certainly around 4:30, right, the car in front of your vehicle applied short brakes. So obviously you also have to slow down. And then once again that car will start moving, so you will also move. So it's possible that at 4:29 you are going fast, at 4:31 also you are going fast, but at 4:30 you are not moving. So even this interval may not be enough. Are you getting the idea already or not?
Yes.
So what to do? Make it even shorter. તું કે છે બધા તું કે
ફોનમાં જ વાત કરતા રહી તો
ફોનમાં જ વાત કરતા રહે. વેરી ગુડ. તો ફોનમાં વાત કર, તું પૂછીશ કેટલી વારમાં આન્સર આપશે, કેટલી વારમાં બદલાઈ જાય, ન બદલાઈ જાય. ટેક્સ ટાઈમ ઓર ડઝન્ટ ટેક ટાઈમ. તું પૂછ ત્યારે પછી ઓલો ડ્રાઈવર અચાનક આમ દબાય પેડલ તો શું થાય? વિલ ઇટ ચેન્જ ઓર નોટ ચેન્જ? તો પછી સિટ ડાઉન. એટલે જો આ બધા ક્વેશ્ચન આન્સર નો આપવા હોય તો સાયન્સમાં રહેવું નહીં. હું તમને બહુ ક્લિયરલી કહું છું. તમને એવું થાય આ કેવું, આ તો કઈ ખબર જ નથી પડતી, આવી બધી લપ કરવાની છે. સમજ હોય તો લપ કરવાની, ન સમજ હોય તો હું તમને ફોર્મ્યુલા કહી દઉં, ગોખી નાખો પછી આગળ. બટ ટુ બી વેરી ફ્રેન્ક, યુ વિલ નોટ સર્વાઇવ વિધાઉટ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ વોટ ઇઝ મીનિંગ ઓફ ચલો ઊંઘ આવે છે બરોબર ને. નેવર માઇન્ડ. સો if we take a very short time interval, for example 429 59.99, you get what I am writing here?
yes
429 59 of seconds છે અને એમાં પછી 0.99 430 00 0.01. okay, so that is now a time interval of 0.02 second. હવે તો એવું થઈ ગયું ને કે this is so small, in such a small time nothing can change. correct or not correct? 0.02 સેકન્ડ માં શું ચેન્જ થાય? કાઈ કઈ ચેન્જ possible છે. exactly at this time car was moving, okay, and then right at that moment there was earthquake and there was a big hole suddenly on the road. car under घुस गया. yes or no? yes or no?
yes
So even if you take it this way, you still don't know what will happen exactly at 4:30:00. correct or not?
yes
तो अजी नाम करो. Do you realize the problem does not go away? वो चिपकू प्रॉब्लम है कि नहीं? चिपकू અત્યાર સુધી સમજ પડી હોય તો ખબર તો પડી ગઈ હશે. The problem is not going away. Yeah, we are obviously improving. આમાં તો કઈ ખબર જ નથી. તેના કરતા તો ઘણી વધારે ખબર પડી. Right? We are improving, but still there is no final solution to this. Yes or no?
yes
There's only one way to solve this. That you make time interval 0, that is 4:30 to 4:30 exactly. Yes or no?
yes
But if you do that, we have another problem that I have already told you about. What's that? If you freeze time, will the vehicle be moving? Not move, and I hope you get it. Without changing time or without any change of time, can you go from here to your home? Arey, from here to home nahi, aam hathe no halavi શકો. Think about it, because at one moment your hand is here, at another moment the hand is here. Your hand cannot be at here and here at the same moment. You get what I'm saying? So is this the solution to this? No. That is also going to create another problem. છે ને અઘરો problem. That is why it took the genius of Newton. Right? That is why it took the genius of Newton. So Newton said that even if we do it like this, it's okay. Then the main thing to understand is not finding the exact values, but the trend that is he said that we should see as we make this smaller and smaller and smaller, and every time we find delta x by delta t, delta x by delta t, delta x by delta t, then the value will keep moving. The value of delta x by delta t will keep moving towards a particular number, and that particular number will be the instantaneous velocity. What do I? Suppose I tell you that we have x plus 2. Okay, you are not allowed to put x equal to 3. You are not allowed to put x equal to 3. Not allowed. But you can put any number except 3. So if I tell you that if you take value of x closer and closer to 3, if you take x closer and closer to 3, the value of x plus 2 will go closer and closer to what? Closer and closer to 5. Sure?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Absolutely?
Yes.
But will it ever actually become 5?
No.
Why not? Because let's see an example. So suppose you start with x equal to 2. Okay. So 2 plus 2 4. If you then go to x equal to 2.5, then you get 4.5. Yes or no?
Yes.
If you take x equal to 2.99, then you get 4.99. Then you go x equal to 2.9999, then you get 4.9999. How much closer can you go to x equal to 3? How many 9s can you write here? How many 9s can you write? Infinite? Sure?
Yes.
Definitely?
Yes.
Okay? So the more number of 9s you put, the more closer you go to 3, the more closer this value will go to 5. Is like a 9? Yes or no?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Is this a similar problem or a similar idea? Think about it. Are we allowed to make the time interval 0? Is this allowed? Not allowed. There would be a problem of one thing at two places. Correct or not correct?
Yes.
Okay. But are we allowed to make time intervals smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
How much smaller can we make? Are we allowed to make it 0.000, so many zeros and 1? Yes. Can we make it even smaller than that? Yes.
Yes.
Is there an end? No. Just like here. But still, even without putting x equal to 3, you all did give me the answer to this question, yes or no? That as x goes closer and closer to 3, the value of x plus 2 goes closer and closer to
5.
You all said that? You all understood that? So just like that, Newton said that as delta t goes closer and closer and closer and closer to 0, whatever value we get for delta x by delta t, listen to this sentence here. As delta x gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, 1 hour, 10 minutes, 2 minutes, 0.02 seconds, 0.0003 seconds, like that, smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. The value of delta x by delta t will also get closer to some number. You understand what I am saying? As delta t gets closer and closer to 0, the value of delta x by delta t will also get closer and closer to some number. Understood? Just like here, as x gets closer and closer to 3, so value of x plus 2 gets closer and closer to 5. Fine. This number is called instantaneous velocity. Definition to do. This number is called instantaneous velocity. That is, you can say that exactly at 4:30 it would have this much velocity, whatever this is. Did you get that? Exactly at 4:30 it would have this much velocity. How to understand that? See, it's just like, if you want to find exactly at 4:30, you make the time interval so small that now you are almost talking about 4:30. Yes or no? Now, see, here you will not say, I am talking about 4:30. You will say, no sir, you are talking about 29 to 30. But here, quite close. But if someone says, no sir, even this is not enough. People like me say that. Okay, are you satisfied? No, not satisfied, make it small. Are you satisfied now? Not satisfied, make it small. Continue like that. You understand what I am saying? So there is no limit to adding zeros here. If someone is not satisfied with 1 second time interval, make it 0.1. Not satisfied, no problem. Now you satisfied? If not satisfied, no problem. We can add a few more zeros. This process will never end. So what's the exact answer of instantaneous velocity? Is it with 3 zeros here, 5 zeros here, 7 zeros here, 100 zeros here? No. It is with as many zeros over there as you can put. You understand that? Because the smaller time interval you make, the more exact this word becomes. Think about it. 4 to 5 ने कोई 4:30 नो 429 to 431 ને કદાચ 430 કે હજી આગળ જતા જાવ એમ 430 yes 430 430 એવું થતું જાય ને yes or no make sense
Yes.
so to get it exactly at 430 you would have to put infinite zeros એટલા કોઈ મૂકી શકે so that's why this idea that we don't actually find it that way but we think that as delta t gets smaller and smaller that is closer and closer to zero what happens to delta x by delta t does it go closer and closer to some particular number we see that and if it goes closer and closer to some particular number whatever this number is that is called instantaneous velocity at which time at this time so wo em puche what is meaning of velocity at this point what will lambu explanation okay this is the explanation now all this idea that I have presented in front of you can be written in a single small mathematical equation એક ખાલી આટલું નાનું એવો સિમ્બોલ ઓકે એની અંદર આ કોડમાં જેટલું સમજાય બધું આવી that's the meaning of that symbol okay so actually to solve this problem how to find this you know you still have a question મેં તમને કીધું નથી અહીંયા શું આવે કીધું I just told you that whatever comes here that is called instantaneous velocity so how to find this to find these kind of things Newton actually had to invent a new kind of math which was never seen before by anyone I'm making it very clear he had to start a new branch of mathematics the trigonometry is a branch of mathematics geometry branch of mathematics સમજ પડે કે નહીં એ તેને નવી branch એને બનાવી that is called calculus that branch of maths is called calculus okay and although we will not have to study the entire calculus part but to understand physics you need to at least do the basics of calculus now what's your question is instantaneous velocity always approximate no no sit down if you say you have this I mean by listening to your question I think you have misunderstood about what I wrote here suppose you make x closer and closer to let's say 1 okay but you don't make it 1 so it can only go close to 1 then can you tell me the value of for example x plus 7 will go close to what 8 is that clear that is as x approaches 1 as x approaches 1 the value of x plus 7 will approach 8 clear so you might say sir this is the approximate value of x plus 7 પણ હું તો કહું છું કે આપણે વેલ્યુઝ ફાઇન્ડ નથી કરતા we are not finding what is the value we are finding what does the value approach see the difference between the two I am not finding value of x plus 7 that's not the main thing the main thing is to which number does the value of x plus 7 go close समझ पड़ी that's what we are finding got it so if x plus 7 is going closer to 8 that means this value when you put x very very close to 1 you are going to get very very close to 8 that is how basically it works okay baki approximate nothing to be very clear because we are not finding the value we are finding the trend એટલે કે આ અહીંયા છે ઓકે અહીંયા પર after some time goes here after some time goes here after some time goes here so if you look at me 4 times then what trend would you see that I am going closer and closer to the door for example I know that's what you are interested in right okay or not okay clear samajh padi but for that you don't have to find my exact position you get it and also still you cannot say that I am close to the door but the trend is that I am going towards this clear so if you allow me sufficient time just like that here if you take a fairly small time interval whatever value you will get here for average velocity that will actually be not exactly equal to instantaneous velocity but still fairly close to instantaneous velocity but the interval should be small but the 1 hour line go okay sir instantaneous velocity is same and delta x by delta t then that will not 4. Okay, so as you get smaller and smaller, you are getting close to it, but you will never get there. Just like x plus 7 never becomes 8. X plus 7 can only become 8 if x is 1. પણ એની તો ના પાડી. તો હવે શું કરવાનું? It never becomes 8, but it can only go closer and closer to 8. Got it?
Yes.
Fine. So that's enough of an explanation. અત્યારે મેં તમને calculus નો first part સમજાવ્યો. It is called limits. Okay, whatever we have studied today is called limits. Okay, we'll in the next time I will write the symbols for it. હવે બધું mathematical terms માં ચાલશે. Okay.